So this is a video I've been sitting on for quite some time, and that is how to be a VTuber. Well, not how to be, because being a VTuber is just literally just being yourself or putting on a facade behind a waifu or husbando avatar or like a trash can. I don't know. I ain't judging. Be whatever model you want to be. But I realize a lot of people don't know how to start. So that's what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be like tips and tricks off the top of my head. This isn't prepared in the least bit, but if you're not new to this channel, you know how I act. I just speak from my mind. I just go blah 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 blah, right? So like, let me just let you know that what are we gonna talk about? Right. First of all, you might be like, okay, so I want a model and I want one that speaks to me. Well, I've touched upon this in previous videos. Finding a free model that's good quality is easily done enough. I used pre-existing models for the last 8 months before I finally got a custom one made. So there's plenty of opportunities to get your own free model. Booth is your friend, or you could try Etsy. They have plenty of people who just upload models that you can recolor and make your own. Now, the hardest part to me isn't a model. Model is easy. You need good webcam or iPhone. That's what you need to make it all work. And a decent microphone, at least. Because good audio means people actually listen to you, and they don't think you're, whatchamacallit, a zombie? Because my old microphone was absolutely fucking atrocious. It was not something you'd want to hear. It sounded like, I guess, static having an orgy with more static. It was just awful, and I'm so glad I upgraded it, because I can actually listen back to myself now and not hate my life. So there you go, because it sounds like in my head, which is good. Now, a good webcam, because I don't know, you might be an Android user. A good webcam, if you need to use one, runs for about $90. But if you have to go cheaper, there's about a $60 one that is decent, and it'll get you started. You don't need to spend an arm and a leg to get you started. Now, if you have an iPhone, that's a little easier, because then all you got to do is you have to download VTube Studio on your phone Z. You can either stream directly from your phone, as long as you buy the $20 premium one, VTube Studio, or you could stream to your PC, which is what I'm doing right now with face tracking. And from there, you'd have to buy your PC one too, unless you wanted to deal with the little watermark in the corner. If you could deal with that, fine, you can do whatever you want, as long as you buy the mobile one. And then you could basically get a face tracker for free if you have an iPhone already. Now, microphone. I have the HyperX Solocast. I forget how much money it was. It's definitely less than 100, but as you can tell, it's not bad quality. And if you're on a budget, it's definitely one you want to look into. Don't rely on headset microphones. They're bad for you. And if you can, I haven't managed to yet, get a pop filter, because that'll help. If you don't have a pop filter, you can go into the settings in OBS, which is a recording software I use. I'm thinking about getting a new one for streaming, because OBS hates streaming. I don't understand why. It just crashes all the time, and other people have the same issues. So, but OBS is also free, so it's, you know, it's pretty much worth it in that regard. But yeah, you can go into the filters and tweak your recordings, noise suppression, noise gate. Make sure it comes out crisp, and you can do like mock recordings, so you can test how you sound and see if you like what you're hearing, and make sure it isn't absolutely trash, right? So from there, you want to do networking. Okay, networking is important, especially if you as a VTuber, you want to do Twitch, which is what a lot of people want to do. I'll hit on YouTube in a minute, but for Twitch, what you want to do is go on Twitter. I know not many people like Twitter, but you have to go on Twitter, and you got to use the tags VTuber, Ian, VTuber, VTuber Support Chain, VTuber Uprising. You got to reach out to people, and here's the thing: you can't let them reach out to you. You have to swallow your fear and reach out and go, hey, do you want to talk? And you talk, and you get talking, you get people who are in the similar niche to you, who have similar interests. They introduce you to their friends, and their friends introduce you to their friends, and then all of a sudden you're networking, and you have a whole conglomerate. That's the best way, easiest way to get the Twitch affiliate, because you'll raid each other and you'll build yourselves up from there. Now, if you want to be a YouTube VTuber, it's a bit different. First of all, you don't need any networking from people on Twitter. You don't need them, because they only care about Twitch for the most part. Reddit too. If you want to make it on YouTube, what you gotta do is you gotta find a niche you like, right? Be it Pokemon, Touhou, RPG, video games, Dragon Ball, whatever. And you have to buckle down, and you have to just do your videos, right? Be it streaming, pre-recorded, shorts, whatever's most comfortable to you, you do, right? And once you unlock the community tab, make full advantage of that. Make polls, post images, discussions, engage with your community. A healthy amount of parasocialism, basically. Build a rapport, make them realize you're a person, and from there, they'll engage more and more with your content, with your videos. They'll not care if you build your community right? Even if you're starting with a niche, if you basically connect with your crowd as a person and not a content machine, the core audience won't mind if you eventually branch out and talk about what you want to talk about. Like, if you want to stay with your niche and you're passionate about it, more power to you, you stick with it. But if you want to, you're passionate about a variety, a myriad of things, then you want to have that rapport with your community, because then when you go, hey guys, I want to expand my horizons, they will go, I understand, I'm just here for you, you do you. There will always be people there who are just there for content, and they won't care. They'll probably unsubscribe, or they'll only engage with the kind of content they want to engage with, which is perfectly fine. We've all been that subscriber. I've been that subscriber. Some content creators, if it's not a specific series or a particular type of video, I do not care and I do not watch. So I'm not judging those kind of people, because they do exist. I'm one of them, like I said. But you will always have your core that you built your rapport with, and from there you will be able to move forward, and you'll be able to build your channel as you see fit, provided it's organized to an extent. Again, make sure you have playlists, make sure you have a good banner, an avatar, and a good username that is eye-catching. Make sure your tags are always the same, so people know it's pushed out to the same people. And YouTube makes that easy, because you can literally just reuse details and just change the title and like a little bit of the description, and there you go. You're good from there. Now, finally, wrapping this video up, I have to say, the most important thing when it comes to being a VTuber is patience. I've seen people who get impatient, basically. They're like, why do I not have enough followers? Why am I not successful? Why haven't I gotten the attention I deserve? First of all, take that attitude, shove it out the window. You need to be patient. Success isn't instant. It takes hard work. Even with networking, even with friends who are bigger and have more followers, that doesn't mean anything, because their followers are there for them, not for you. So that doesn't guarantee you get traction. You get that? So basically, what you gotta do is you gotta be patient, you gotta find your craft, you gotta hone your craft. It's taken me months to be this comfortable recording, to not stutter, to not ramble about useless nonsense, to stay on topic. It takes practice, and that's fine. You're allowed to fumble and make a fool out of yourself. That's growing pains. You're allowed to do that. But don't be afraid to do that. A lot of people are afraid of seeming imperfect, of seeming not good, but your subscribers will watch you grow, or on Twitch, your followers will watch you grow, and they'll see you grow as a person. And then you can always react to your old videos later for content and be like, oh, wow, Past Me was absolutely awful. And that's the funny thing. Like, when I started this channel, I didn't know where I was going. I was all over the place. I wasn't confident. I had no vision. I put over thought in the titles and in the thumbnails, thinking they have to be super fancy. No, they just have to be recognizable. People need to know who you are. Why do you think Moist Critical just has a picture of his face? because you know that's most critical. You're like, ah, that is indeed Charlie. With me, that's what I'm gonna start doing. It's just gonna be me going like, that's the thumbnail, right? And that's what you gotta see. What are you most comfortable with? What is the kind of content that speaks to you? Or what is your streaming times if you're a streamer? All those and more. Now, if you have any specific questions, like things that are bugging you and like you aren't sure what you're gonna do, leave a comment down below. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I'm not an expert. I haven't even been doing this for a year yet, but I will answer as best as I can, and hopefully my words will help you succeed in the future. And furthermore, if you're thinking about giving up and you're like, I've tried so hard, it's not working, don't give up. Don't give up. Listen to me. If you're passionate about it, and you probably are if you're so disheartened like this, like maybe you've worked really hard, nothing's working, don't give up. Switch things up. Keep trying. And vent your frustrations in the comments, and I'll listen. And I'll give you all the advice I can, okay? Well, that's been this video. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, give this video a like. Leave a comment down below to continue the discussion. Maybe subscribe to this channel. Until next time, everyone. Hurrah!